to whom it may concern. If anyone is still around to read this, I hope you are well. I've had this room for as long as I can remember. It's really all I know, and I'm sure it's the same for everyone else. I hope that this letter serves as a memento to all of us. Not just the few hundred we have floating around here, but to everything and everyone that ever was. I, like many others, was told by a counselor to write things down. It apparently helps with the stress and influx of emotions. Of course, that same counselor also needs counseling from another, and so on. Really, they all just tell us what the computers tell them. That's alright, though. At least for me. It's nice not to be alone in the struggle. We all reside in the same ship. Apparently, they used to name ships, but ours lost the panel on the outside where it was written a long time ago. No one here can remember it ever having a name, and none of the computers seem to know either. For simplicity, I'll call it the Man. We've been here a long time. Longer than I've been alive. I know for a fact that the Man has been here for longer than anyone else here has been alive. It has circled our lone star countless times. Round and round we go because there is nowhere else left. I think I know a decent amount about the past, at least when compared to the others. The computers still remember, but even they are missing bits and pieces. I guess it doesn't matter much anymore. It's my job to help maintain the components in working order. I don't actually know how it works, but I just follow the same instructions every time. They were left by the first one, the one who actually knew what they were doing. I shove parts into other parts until they fit. There are jobs like that all over the Man. But lately, it's been getting harder. The computers work slower, and the lights seem dimmer. The solar collectors on the outside of the ship are supposed to take energy from the star, and they've been giving it their all for a long time now. But even they get worn out. There are people who work in another part of the ship where they keep the water. That's where they take care of the algae colonies. I've never seen them, and I'm not even sure what they are, but I know that they help clean the air. Lately, people from there have been talking about the algae. I overhear them, and I see information about it in the computer sometimes. They mention a problem spreading through the colonies, but they don't seem too worried. Then again, I never hear them talk about any solutions. They just follow the instructions. Anyway, I don't think it matters much anymore. We've made it this far. We can last a little longer. Humankind. That's who we are. We are the ones who endure, and we are the ones who always reach further. I only know fragments, but I think that's enough to get the picture. We came from somewhere far, far away. I don't know where, but I know that eventually we left, and we made our way throughout the stars. Humanity explored the great void of space for eons. We ventured into the darkness with the hope of finding light, and to establish our own if there wasn't any. There were others, but I don't know anything about them. I don't think anyone does anymore. I know there was a golden age of human exploration. A time of expansion that was defined by magnificent creations across the universe. Wonders of technology and engineering decorated the cosmos. There were circuits that wrapped around moons, shells that cradled stars, and even rings so big they could be walked on like planets. Every time we found something new, we used it to help reshape the universe, and if we couldn't, we would get rid of it just as easily. We had ships as big as planets that held societies and cultures and every living being imaginable. We created weapons so powerful they could destroy stars. But it didn't matter. I wish I could see a planet. I wish that when I looked outside my tiny window, I would see a million little lights decorating the distant darkness. I'm sure that's something everyone wishes for, but it's just too late. When I look outside, I can see only darkness, or the shrunken white light from our star, if the man rotates enough. It's nothing like what I've read about the past, but it's enough. I think I've lived a decent life, but it's not like I have a frame of reference. I eat the green gruel I'm given, I wear the same colorless uniform as everyone else, and I follow my instructions. It's really nothing bad, but I try to stay as busy as possible. When I have time to myself, I really start to look around at my cramped space, and I take in deep breaths of the cold, stagnant air, and I look up at the dim, white lights. I have to admit, I don't like that feeling. I don't have anything else to do but work. So I guess writing does help. There are so many things I wish I could experience. But it's not like I know what I'm missing. There's nothing. I know there's nothing for me or for anyone else. I don't know how much longer we will last, or even how much longer our star will burn. I also think I am one of the few who actually realizes this. Most others probably don't know anything outside of their workspaces, and I think that's how it should stay. It would do no good to say it. There is nowhere else left to go, and there is nothing that I or anyone else can do but follow instructions. I think we are long overdue. Everything that ever was will soon be gone forever. Everything will disappear eventually. All the stars will be snuffed out. Even black holes will decay. And worst of all is that no one will be around to remember them. There will be nothing but the inevitably empty void. And yet, I never stop moving. At least, I can say we made it to the end. Our journey was a long one, and will never be taken for granted. We braved the dark void and lit the way for others. My predecessors always made the best of whatever they encountered, so I must do so as well. I try to see the good in every moment. Even now, I can appreciate the beautiful horror of the empty space around me. I can be happy that I am here and that I have a purpose. I can live for myself and those around me. I still eat my gruel and clean my uniform. My dark window still moves me, even though I know that one day my only light will go out. At least no one will have to brave the darkness alone. That's what I tell myself. The course of life won't change. Our ship will keep circling the star until it no longer can. We will keep marching toward the end. But I am still going to write.